Welcome to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi, folks. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. Today, I want to talk to you about 9 helpful skills you can learn during self isolation. As everybody else throughout the nation and throughout the world, we are actually broadcasting this from home. We're not able to go to our studio to broadcast this, so please bear with us. So, I want to talk to you about something very important: 9 helpful skills you can learn during self isolation. Now, it's very important before we get into the nitty gritty here that the premise of today's show is very simple. You just decided to self isolate. Now what? Whether the decision is personal or imposed from the outside, you can use your free time to learn some of the skills you need to succeed at almost anything. Over centuries, people who have lived in isolation, say prisoners or monks or nuns for that matter, have often developed during their forced or voluntary seclusion some essential abilities they later could parlay into other aspects of their lives. Now it's your turn to do the same and use your self quarantine period productively. So, the idea of today's show is to how to get busy, how to be productive while stuck at home. So, 9 skills. Number one, learn a new language. This is very important. You can learn a language while being home. Now, of course, here the options are very. You have various options. You can pay for an online course. You can use an app. You can basically take the advantage of the fact that people are home right now to talk to a language partner. The choice is yours. But fluency in a foreign language has several benefits. I'm talking about career management. You have the ability to get a better paid job, to travel, the ability to be open to new cultures, right? To be empathetic, the ability to expand your personal network. All of those things are very important, and you can parlay those assets, those skills into various aspects of your life. So, fluency in a foreign language is key. Use the time you're home. Of course, if you're working, it's fine from 9 to 5, but outside work hours, try to use it productively by learning a new language. Skill number two, coding. Now, we live in a world where artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, the technology is just advancing by leaps and bounds, and coding is going to have some kind of prominence in the overall economy in the next few years. I mean, according to research by the Harvard Business Review, the New York Times, and the Brookings Institution, coding will be one of the top jobs in the future. So what you want to do is, again, here the paradigm is simple. You can learn coding through free platforms online. You can download an app. You can pay for some courses if you have the budget for it, and you really want to learn fast. You can even get a local tutor. A lot of folks nowadays believe that you can do things online with someone who is somewhere in Asia or Africa or Europe. No, you can basically hook up with people in your area and have a conversation. Not, of course, over the phone, over the internet, and have a conversation around how you can have a skill exchange. So coding can help you very very much advancing your career. Now, coding has a lot of advantages. It is another language. A lot of folks don't know this, but this is, of course, it's an IT language, so it is another language. You basically can improve your problem solving skills, your reasoning skills, your math skills, right? Coding also improves your intellectual abilities. You're able to understand how the world of how computing works. Another thing that I've seen in coding, and based on our research for this show, this is a show we were supposed to produce in our studios, but we're doing it from home. Based on our research, we've seen that coders were very cool folks. You sort of expand your networking abilities, your interpersonal abilities. So that's very important. So number two, coding. Number three, public speaking. Very important. Public speaking is kind of critical, right, folks? If you want to improve your communication skills, whether it is at work, you want to give better presentations. By the way, we have committed an entire show on the topic of public speaking. So you might want to double check that video and learn more about the topic. But public speaking, you can practice at home. You can rehearse at home in front of your computer. You have your camera. You can do a small set of 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Even better, you can actually learn as a member of a group. You can have a group. So if you go on Facebook, on social media in general, or even on certain forums, you have groups that are dedicated to topics. And public speaking is an important one. I'm not even talking about Toastmasters, right? I mean, Toastmasters is a huge platform, very successful platform that has transformed the lives of millions of individuals worldwide. So this is a good opportunity to maybe connect with other people either locally or globally. So public speaking, of course, when it comes to public speaking, you can take classes, you can hire a private mentor or coach if you have the budget for it. You can go on the internet. There are platforms that offer free courses or partially free courses. You can decide to pay for an entire course catalog, right? Again, the idea here is that you have a lot of free time. You're not going anywhere, right? You're not going anywhere. So after you're done with work, you can basically, spend one hour every 2 days or 30 minutes a day. So try to beef up your public speaking abilities. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are very happy to have you around, and we want to continue our conversation today. And before I go on, please comment below. What do you think? What skills are you developing during this self-isolation period? Share this content, like it, and subscribe. We want you to smash that subscribe button, and please turn on the notification bell because we drop new gems every single day, rain or shine. Skill number 4. Let's move on. Photoshop. Now, whether you are part of a creative bunch or not, whether you have an artistic inclination or not, Photoshop and other creative software for that matter can help you develop not only things professionally but also personally, right? If you are a web designer, or if you are a graphic designer, or you are just a creative by profession, taking a Photoshop class, if you haven't done so already, can boost your prospects. If you're just a regular person like me and you're not in the creative industry, you can still take it to learn more about the wonderful world of art. Now, the beauty of this, I'm not really sort of endorsing they're not paying me enough for this, but I just believe it's a fantastic program that allows you to do a lot of stuff. Not just photos but videos. So give it a shot. And if you are a Photoshop expert, of course you can parlay the skills into a lot of industries, not just the creative industry. All right, that's number 4. Number 5, ethical hacking. One of my favorite. Now, when it comes to ethical hacking, it's just this is the positive side of hacking. All right, we're not talking about hacking in general as a you know electronic intrusion. No, we are talking about people who do these things who are on the right side of things. So you can learn this, and this is a growing field. This field is replete with job prospects in the next 20, 30, 40 years, according to various research reports, including Deloitte and EY. So this is something you might want to learn. There's actually even a certification, actually. I mean, there is a course where after taking this, you can be certified. You can be a certified ethical hacker. So the plus here is that you're able to learn things that you can parlay in several fields, right? We are in the world of the internet. Every company, big or small, needs internet. They need electronic transmission of data. And as such, their database, their networks, their systems are vulnerable. So they're constantly on the hunt for, they're constantly on the look for professionals who have that expertise. So ethical hacking, which is an aggregation, if you will, of coding, of HTML language and knowledge, of a bunch of stuff. So again, here you can, there are several platforms and forums on the internet that allow you to learn the skill and move on. All right, so give it a shot. Number six, advanced Excel, one of my favorite. Now, Excel has been around for many years, and everybody knows about it. But a lot of folks know just the basic or intermediate level Excel. Now, if you're home, you are stuck, quote unquote stuck, or you're bored, you want to get busy, you want to get productive, why not give it a Excel a shot, and learn some advanced features in Excel. Now, when I'm talking about advanced, I'm talking about macros, learning conditional formatting, advanced formulas, right? Data, Power Query, tables and formatting, pivot table, pivot reporting, right? So all the simulations, how you can integrate Excel with other tools and optimize in Excel. So the bottom line here is that, just give yourself a little bit of challenge, a little bit of intellectual challenge, and that could be very beneficial for you. And regardless of the industry you're in, you're going to use Excel, right? Given the ubiquity, if you will, of Microsoft Windows, chances are you are going to need Excel. So give it a shot. Again, here the approach is simple. You have a variety of platforms on the internet that give you access to their Excel courses for free, for a small fee, or for a larger fee. It depends on, again, your vision and how far you want to go. All right. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I'm just still here right now, just talking to you about the 9 cool skills, in-demand skills that you can learn while being stuck in self-isolation at a home or at an apartment or whatever you currently are. You can use your time productively. Get busy. Get busy the right way. And before I go on with the last three skills you need to develop, please share this content right now. A lot of folks are home. We want the Sweetie Kiwi Show to touch a lot of lives and to transform a lot of lives positively. Share this content if you believe that the material is of good quality and good clarity. Please leave a comment below. Let us know what kind of skills you are currently developing while being home. Like this content and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Skill number 7, cooking. One of my favorite. Cooking is great, right? Cooking just now cooking has several benefits. Number one, you're saving a lot of money. You don't have to eat in restaurants. I mean, restaurants are closed anyway, right? So cooking allows you to save some cash. You're able to control your budget, your food budget a lot better. You know what you're buying. Food also allows you to develop curiosity, not just chemical, not just the 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 pleasure of smelling, of tasting stuff, of touching all the ingredients, but also it allows you to be curious to colors, to be curious to the macros and the micros, right? Food also is a creative endeavor, right? If you think about it, so it allows you to work out your brains and the neurons and all this kind of stuff, all those beautiful things, right? And it is something you can do at home. You don't have to take courses to go to somebody's place. It is just such a wonderful time to exchange recipes. You can join groups. You can, I think the best way to do this is to be part of a group so you can actually share recipes and you can cook in groups. You can binge cook, if you will, right? And be able to see each other and compare dishes. It's just a wonderful endeavor. It's a positive one. It allows you, who doesn't love food? Everybody loves food, right? So you're able to do something good but also feel good about it. So cooking. You can even take classes if you feel like it. There are a lot of classes available on the internet right now. There are even some classes that are offered at people's homes. Of course, we have to be very careful about health concerns here in terms of self-isolation. But if you have to, accept somebody at your home to be able to cook something for you, please do so with some precautions. So cooking is a great skills you can learn while being self-isolated. Skill number 8. Let's move on. Networking. One of my favorite too. Networking. Take the time right now that you are quote unquote stranded at home to expand your professional network, your social network. You don't need to meet people face to face. There are a lot of ways to expand your entourage. People who I'm talking about good people, people who can help you, who can add value to your life. Again, the process here is simple. You can go online, join groups. LinkedIn, the number one professional network, is a great place to do so. You can connect with people with whom you share, passions, interests, and alma mater, whatever it is. But you need to expand your network. You need to meet people. Another way to meet people is through charity work, through volunteering. A lot of folks believe that you always have to go to a networking event to meet people. That's true, but there are other ways. There are other outlets where you can meet folks. Right? Of course, right now it's a little difficult to meet people face to face, but the same thing you use to apply in the real world face to face, you can apply it now online. In other words, you can meet people. People have conversations. I was talking earlier when I was referring to public speaking. I was talking about Toastmasters, where you have where members worldwide will meet in online chats and to listen to online presentations and network and chat and just have fun. So you can try to apply something similar. Now, I don't know exactly what you like. You have to find out what works for you. You have to find out what kind of networking you're trying to create and go for it. All right. Skill number 9, last but not the least, creative activities. Now, here we kind of decided to lump all the other activities here, So if you are home, whether because you're sick or because you have decided to be home or whether the authorities have said so, whatever it is, there is a variety of creative activities you can engage in. You can write a book, you can write your story, you can transform your diary into a book. You can start a podcast. Why not? Right? You can embrace your inner artist, whatever it is, learn a craft. You can take some professional style photos I was talking earlier about, Photoshop, right? You can also get involved in a local theater. You can do so online, right? You can meet other people who are like-minded, who embrace the same interests you have, or you can even take up an instrument. Wouldn't it be wonderful to learn to play the guitar that you have wanted to play all those years? Now you have the time. All right. So, folks, this is really about it here. This is for today. I just want to quickly recap today's conversation. You know, the 9 cool skills you can learn while being stuck at home are fluency in a foreign language, coding, public speaking, Photoshop, ethical hacking, advanced Excel skills, cooking, networking, creative activities. All right. This is it, folks. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you. Be safe out there, and please don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know how you are spending time at home. If you are home right now, share this content. We want the maximum people to know about this content, to learn to be busy while being at home. Like this content and subscribe below. I will see you next time. And remember, stay marvelous.